Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas from TBN Israel here in Jerusalem. We're located right outside the old city of Jerusalem where the story of Hanukkah took place and not far away, Mati, from the birthplace of Jesus Christ.
So we're celebrating something very special tonight, both Hanukkah and Christmas. And Hanukkah is called the holiday of the lights, both in Bible times and today.
Yeah.
And it marks the story of the Maccabean Revolt against the Greeks. And as it was then, it is today. We're a small nation with a small army fighting against an enormous group of enemies. And once again, God has saved us. And we're here tonight to celebrate exactly that.
Yeah, and every year we're lighting the Chanukiah, which symbolizes the miracle of Hanukkah. And also for us as believers in Jesus, it symbolizes the light of Jesus in this world and the fact that God is with us and living through us in these dark times.
Exactly. And we commemorate a 8-day miracle and the miracle of God's light by lighting the Hanukkah every night. But what it is really is celebrating light and joy in this world.
Yeah, definitely. And also, as you can see in this table, we have the dreidel or sevivon in Hebrew. That
let's explain this to people, though. The game is for thousands of years, the Jewish kids around the world play this game. It has 4 letters, Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Pei, and it says Nes Gadol Haya Po.
Yeah.
A great miracle took place here.
Here meaning right here.
Exactly. It's a way to commemorate the events that took place here, the miracle of salvation that God gave the people of Israel in the time of Hanukkah, in the time of Christ and Christmas, and today, once again, in this land.
Yeah. This holiday is a great connection between the Bible and the New Testament and our days. And it proves that God was faithful back then, He's faithful now, and He will be faithful in the future. And guys, if you need, any encouragement in your lives, just look at Israel. Because, since the Bible times until today, we're facing multiple enemies against all the odds, and we're winning. But not because of us, because God is with us.
Because God is faithful.
Yeah. This is a traditional Hanukkah table, except for this candle that says, bring them home. This candle is for us to remember that we still have hostages in the Gaza Strip that have been kept by Hamas for more than 400 days. And we want to pray for them to return home safe, mentally and physically, and soon. So this is to remember them.
Yeah, I feel heavy talking about that. I think anyone who thinks about what's been going on in Israel, one should consider getting one of these as a reminder of what, who the aggressor was in this story, how much prayer, how much pressure remains to be needed to see a solution to what's been happening. Because this will not be over until these hostages are brought home.
Definitely. Yeah. And we were called to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. And how can you pray for something that's so big and so wide? Let's make it personal. Yeah. When we pray for Jerusalem, for Israel, let's pray for a hostage, for an IDF soldier. Let's make it personal. We serve a personal God, and He wants to pray in a personal manner. Mati, you want to light the candles?
I think we start with the hostage light.
Okay.
I think that memory is... The Hanukkah is unlike the menorah. It is 8 to represent the 8 days of the miracle of the Hanukkah, the holiday of lights, plus the shamash, which shamash translates to the Father that brings the light and brings the fire to the other ones.
And just to connect the shamash and Jesus, Yeshua, it's an amazing story that you use the light of Jesus to light the light in each and every one of us. And then we are serving as a light in this nation, in our community, amongst our friends, and to everybody that look at us from outside.
Yeah, this year more than ever, the symbolism of Hanukkah is not missed on our people. The light overtakes evil. We, with God's aid and with God's grace and with the help of many friends around the world, we've overcome a great evil that has befallen this land and the people of this land. And we did so again under the Hellenistic, back in the Greek Empire, and countless other times through history. And God came through every single time.
Yeah, and light will always win the darkness.
Absolutely.
And for you guys, if you need any encouragement in your life, just look towards Israel. Against all odds, against multiple enemies, God is always faithful to His promise to the people of Israel so he'll be faithful to his promise to you. And now we're going to take you into 2,000 years ago, even a little bit more, in the old city of Jerusalem to an archaeological dig going back to the time of the Maccabees. In a strike that captured the world's attention, Israel launched a series of devastating attacks on Iranian military facilities, crippling weapons productions and sending a clear message to Tehran and its proxies. This wasn't just another operation, it was a turning point. As we light the first candle of Hanukkah tonight, we're reminded of the Maccabees, a small group of ancient Israelites, warriors who stood against a mighty empire to preserve their faith and their freedom, bringing light into a world filled with darkness. Today, Israel carries that same legacy, standing strong against forces that seek to extinguish the flame of freedom and of justice. I'm Yair Pinto, and this is My State, a program about current events, my belief in God, and my journey in the Holy Land. And today, we're walking in the city that King David built, the city of David. Today, we're exploring the story of Hanukkah, a tale of miracles and resilience in the face of war, and how this story resonates with Israel's modern light against Iran and its proxies. Together, we'll walk through history, light, and the ongoing battle for survival. Before we dive in, if you like what we do and you're supporting the truth, please subscribe so you'll never miss another episode of My State. Together, we'll ensure the truth about Israel shines brighter than ever.
Hey, welcome back to ancient Jerusalem.
It's amazing to go back 2,000 years with a 10-minute drive.
Yes, and more.
and more. Okay.
Yeah, let's head inside.
Let's go.
So, welcome to the Givati parking lot archaeological dig. You know, there's this famous song many people are familiar with, "Don't it always seem to go
that you don't know what you got till it's gone."
Paved Paradise put up a parking lot. This entire dig, up until 2007, was a parking lot.
Really?
This is where people parked their cars.
Above it, I guess.
Well, above, obviously, before they went to the Western Wall.
They put up a parking lot on King David's castle.
Yes, and we've removed the parking lot, and we've dug, and we are still digging. Now, the public is welcome to visit around the dig. We can't go into the dig just yet, okay? But we will be eventually.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's always, amazed me that everywhere you dig in Jerusalem, you find, an entire town, city, civilization.
Not one. Multiple. Many stacked up, one on top of each other.
So now we're doing a special My State episode about Hanukkah, the festival of lights, the festival of dedication. Can you maybe share with us the story of Hanukkah from an archaeological...
We found here, just a little bit of context. The Second Temple period begins with the Persian king Cyrus allowing the Jews to return from Babylon. Time passes, 100, 200 years, and about 2,300 years ago, a new actor steps on the world stage and conquers the world in a storm.
Yeah.
His name, Alexander the Great.
Oh, wow.
And that means bye-bye Persians, hello Greeks. Most of the time, the Greeks were kind of nice to the Jewish people.
Yeah.
Kind of. That changed 2,200 years ago when a not-so-nice dude, a Greek ruler named Antioch IV Epiphanes, comes to power. He decrees against Jewish tradition, and the Jews feel their backs against the wall. They have no other option but to rebel.
The story of the Maccabees begin in the hills of Judea during the time of great oppression. King Antiochus, ruler of the Seleucid Empire, had decreed that all Jews must abandon their faith and worship Greek gods. The punishment for disobedience was brutal: death. The Holy Temple in Jerusalem was desecrated, its altar defiled with sacrifices to demigods. Many Jews, afraid for their lives, complied, but not everyone. In the village of Modi'in, an elderly priest named Matityahu refused to bow to Antiochus' orders and fled to the mountains with his 5 sons, calling others to join them. This was the spark of the rebellion. Among Matityahu's sons was Judah, later called Maccabee, meaning the hammer. After his father's death, Judah emerged as the leader of the resistance, a man of both deep faith and remarkable courage. Judah inspired a band of farmers, shepherds, and villagers to take up arms against the mighty Seleucid army. They fought not for wealth or for conquest, but for their right to live as Jews and worship the God of Israel. The battles were fierce and often seemed hopeless. The Seleucid forces were well-trained, heavily armed, and far more numerous. Judah and his men, in contrast, relied on their intimate knowledge of the terrain, their guerrilla tactics, and their unwavering belief that they were fighting for something greater than themselves. Judah's leadership was fearless. He often led his men into battle personally, wielding his sword like the hammer he was named after. Victory after victory, and against all odds, Judah and his men defeated supposedly stronger and larger military forces, reclaiming territory and restoring Jewish pride. Finally, after years of struggle, the Maccabees entered Jerusalem. They found the temple in ruins, its sacred spaces defiled. Overwhelmed with emotion, Judah and his fighters set to work cleansing and restoring the temple. When the time came to light the menorah, the eternal flame symbolizes God's presence. They found only a small jar of pure oil, enough for 1 day. Yet, miraculously, the oil burned for 8 days. This miracle became the heart of Hanukkah, a celebration of light, faith, and resilience.
The story of the Hasmonean rebellion against the Greeks and the miracles that happened then were excluded from the Old Testament. In order to see the story of the Hasmoneans, you have to open up the book of Maccabees. Also, Josephus Flavius, in his famous book, talks about the Hasmoneans. Over here in the dig, we found structures, artifacts, whether it's weapons from the time of Antioch IV Epiphanes, okay? This is from the Hasmonean period. This is from the Maccabee Revolt, okay? And we find these things right over here in the appropriate layer.
The story of the Maccabees resonates powerfully with us today. Just as Judah, the Maccabee, and his small band of fighters faced overwhelming odds, Israel stands as a small nation surrounded by threats. And to all of you, this is a call to rededicate your hearts to God, Yeshua, Jesus, this season and every day of your lives. As we're here in Israel, during the holiday seasons of Hanukkah and also Christmas, you can feel the holiday season with all the tremendous treats that we have around this country. It's a mitzvah to be happy and to celebrate with your family and friends. And of course, don't forget the gifts. Arza is an Israeli company that delivers locally produced products directly to your doorsteps. These Arza boxes are filled with flavors, scents, and craftsmanship made right here in the Holy Land. Ordering these boxes is how you can contribute to our effort and also make your relatives happy with a special surprise. So go now to www.arzabox.com, and only for December, the month of the holidays, you can now use our exclusive 20% discount on your Arzabox subscription by entering the code TBN20. Not 10, 20, and you get 20% off. Don't miss it. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas. Iran, through Hezbollah, Hamas, and its proxies, has built a ring of fire around us. When Iranian missiles recently targeted Israeli territory directly, the bold but reckless move backfired. In response, Israel struck hard, from precision airstrikes on Iranian infrastructure to cyber attacks that paralyzed the communication networks like the Maccabees. We sent a clear message: we will not allow darkness to prevail. The miracles of Hanukkah, Festival of Lights, are everlasting, and the light will always prevail over the darkness. Against all odds, the Jewish people have returned to their land, rebuilt their nation, and continue to thrive through countless daily miracles. Guys, if you like what we do, please subscribe so that you'll never miss another episode of My State. And remember, sharing the truth is one of the greatest ways to support Israel. Jerusalem has always been the heart of this story. It was the city the Maccabees fought to reclaim, the place they vowed never to abandon. Today, it remains the symbol of our faith and our resilience. As we light this menorah in the very city that the Maccabees fought for, I'm reminded that their story didn't end with them. It continues with us. Each candle we light is a declaration that we will not be extinguished. God's miracles of old are unfolding in our time. This light, this flame, is a reminder of what we're fighting for, a reminder that even in the darkest times, the smallest light can illuminate the world. From the Maccabees to the IDF, our story is one of resilience, faith, and light. As we light the Hanukkah candles this year, let's honor those who defended our nation then and defend our nation today, and pray for the peace in our land. Over and over again in the Bible times and today, God is showing His faithfulness to the people of Israel and to any one of you, reminding us that He is with us and in control of any situation that we face in our personal lives, country, political situation, and every challenge that we encounter. So guys, please unite in prayer for the safety of the people of Israel who are fighting to protect our land. Pray for the safe return of the hostages that are still being kept in the Gaza Strip. Pray for the safety of the northern Israeli families who are forced to leave their homes. And if you need any kind of encouragement, look to the people of Israel and see how God, throughout the years and ages, has been always faithful to His promises to the people of Israel and to each and every one of you. So thank you for your support, and thank you for praying for the peace of Jerusalem.
Welcome back, and happy Hanukkah and Christmas. I love that this year, this doesn't happen very often, Hanukkah and Christmas fall on the same day.
Listen, I think it's the coolest thing to be a Jew and believe in Jesus, because we get to celebrate double the holidays.
Yeah, we got a Hanukkah bush. You know the joke?
Yeah.
Not a Christmas tree, a Hanukkah bush.
Yeah,
Hanukkah bush. This next story is something very special to me. This lovely story that we captured a while back with what we call Jerusalem Santa Claus. Isa Kasasiya, Jerusalem Santa Claus, this unique character. But even more special is the joy that you see in the eyes of the children that come to see him. It just shows you how the holiday spirit and the joy that that brings and the light that our faith brings into the world really works, and it transcends every culture and every religion.
My father used to have an old Santa suit, and he used to wear it for us, me and my two sisters, and he used to wear it in Christmas time just to make us happy. And I found it in the cupboard 15 years ago, and I say, wow, let me try it on. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! I'm Isa Anis Kasasiya, as known as the Jerusalem Santa. We are actually in Santa's house in the heart of the old city of Jerusalem. This house is a 700 years old house. It's my family house, the Casasia family. We are, as a first Christian family in the old city of Jerusalem, we are here more than 900 years. Christmas in the United States is different than the Christmas in Jerusalem and the Holy Land. It's a big different. You can see everything decorate. It's a big things there. It's a big commercial. They go in a different way. They do in events. Here is different. Merry Christmas! The Holy Land is the real place of also the birth of Jesus. It's where this is started. This is very special to me as a Santa here, to be in this city of Jerusalem, to give the message of Christmas in the Holy Land. As far as I know, I'm the only Santa in Jerusalem in the Holy Land. من وين الفساتين الحلوين هدول؟ يسعد الله، تعي تعي تعي. من وين الفساتين هدول؟ ها؟ لابسين زي سانتا، Santa helper. شو هذا؟ Merry Christmas. غزلان. Last year I have 12,000 person coming to this Santa house. هاي إليك. Okay. وهذه إليك. They come Jewish, Muslims, Christian, either international. واو! شوف كيف بالله. أعطيني إيدك أنت كمان. Wow! The people are very excited to see Santa because we don't have really to see Santa in Jerusalem. Thank you. When I see this and every smile of the children and also the parents are happy, that's make me feel happy because I want to give more and more. Bye. I love you. The idea for doing Santa is to bring joy and love and peace to Jerusalem and to the Holy Land and to the world. It's really complicated here in this country, the Holy Land, because of course, with this situation, also we have different religion. But for me, it's to give this message wherever happen. Either if it's hard time we have, I still give it. Either with a small piece of chocolates for the child, to give him a chocolate, it's make me feel happy. Also because children, they don't know what's going on around them. They are angels. We need to give them the happiness. This is a very good message. They will grow up with the good message coming from Jerusalem to the world. The true Christmas spirit is wherever you are, you give the joy from heart and love wherever you are, either from Jerusalem or anywhere in the world. That's the message I send. Christmas is also to forgiveness. Many people are maybe against each other, wherever, and that's my message too, to forgive. Forgiveness is one of the main important things to give. And love and peace to each other. If the peace comes from Jerusalem, from the Holy Land, and this is the heart of the word, it's peace all the world. That's my message. It's happened from here, and it will end here. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Ho, ho, Holy Land!
That's a cool Santa Claus, Matti, for sure, huh?
He's quite a character, I have to say. And on that high note, I think this is sort of where we wrap up this show.
Yeah.
I love how we're reminded every year, and especially this year, that we can pause amidst the pain, amidst the suffering that exists in Israel, but everywhere in the world, and enjoy God's light through Christ, God's light through the Hanukkah holiday, to us here in Israel and to everyone around the world.
Yeah, definitely, Matti. Listen, I'm always encouraged by reading the Bible and reading God's, miracles throughout the history of the Jewish people, the people of Israel, and the fact that his miracles today are even greater than the miracles of the biblical times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I believe, and I'm excited to see what's the next chapter, what new miracles we're going to see, in the coming days, months, or years.
Good things are coming.
Definitely. So, Matti, Chag Chanukah Sameach,
to you too,
Happy Hanukkah, and Merry Christmas to all of you. Have a great time, spend time with your family, and thank the Lord for his greatness.
Happy holidays, guys, and make sure, subscribe, like, and share.
I already ate that sufganiyah. I can't say anymore.
I will do in a second. Have a wonderful holiday season. Hello, this is Mati here in Jerusalem with TBN Israel.
This is Yair Pinto from TBN Israel here in Jerusalem. TBN Israel is keeping viewers informed with Israel-focused news, culture, and what God is doing in this land.
Support TBN Israel today online at tbn.org.